please always be prepared for a man to switch up on you. They love to switch up, and you know they do. Men will always switch up on you. Doesn't matter how you've got him, okay? Doesn't matter if you've got 3 houses with him. He'll switch up on you. He'll switch up on you with a ring on your hand. He'll switch up on you while you've got 10 kids with him, okay? If there's one thing about men, is they will always switch up on you. And they...
So she is saying that the switch up is inevitable. It's going to switch up no matter if you are married. It doesn't matter if you have kids. Doesn't matter how long you've been together. Doesn't matter if you're engaged. A switch up is inevitable. This is interesting.
Will do it and they will feel no type of way about it, okay? This is how they see if you have an emotional attachment to them. And they do this usually early on in the stages because they're trying to see, like, have I got her? Have I got her? Because remember, ladies, I've said in my other videos, I've said it in so many of my videos, it is a game, okay? If you are not mentally strong as a woman right now, do not enter the dating game. It is treacherous out there.
Wow. So she's saying this is a dating game. It's a relationship game, pretty much. It's terrible out there. You have to be mentally strong to even think about entering the dating game. Pretty much dealing with another person, involve another person into your life. And I think this goes beyond dating. This goes with friendships. This can go with family members. This can go with every type of relationship that you can think of with somebody switching up on you. The fact that you have to be mentally strong, essentially prepare yourself for all types of mental turbulence to deal with another person, it's very discouraging. And I think it's, again, one of the reasons why a lot of people are not having children. The marriage rates are down, the divorce rates are up, because that's a lot to unpack. The fact that you have to basically tell yourself it's a game. Most people, when they meet somebody, they don't think of it as a game, but apparently there are those who enter it as a game, and they start with the manipulation and all of the buttering up just to let you down. That's crazy.
The streets are cold, okay? And it is a game. And we have got the men out here who are wearing masks that are just out here to manipulate you, okay? He's not being honest with himself. He doesn't even know whether he's coming or going. You've got the ones who are talking so much, and they have nothing to offer a woman, okay? You've got all kinds of men out there. So as a woman, you need to be prepared. You need to have the right tools and be fully equipped to enter the dating game, okay?
So this question is to the ladies, but this can go both ways. Would you want to enter this game? I mean, considering just all the things that she's laying out about how you need to just be so prepared mentally and emotionally, and just be prepared for a game to be played and to see who's the best winner, which game has a draw or a happy ending. Like, is it worth it in this century, at this times, in this economy, in this situation where society is just going nuts, to even enter this game? I mean, this doesn't sound like a game that most people want to just sign up to play, because that sounds like it's taxing emotionally, mentally, and probably even physically. Um, and men want to test you, and probably there's some women that want to test men. Is it worth it? Put it in the comments. What do you think about entering the dating game? Is it just something you do for fun? Is it something you take seriously? Are you just doing it to, get notches under the belt? Just doing it for personal pleasures? Or are you doing this to be armored up to try to succeed in this game?
And one of the things that men are going to do is they're going to test you, okay? Emotional triggers. This is what it's called, emotional triggers. Early on, when you're getting to know a guy, you're going through the dating stages with them, especially if you haven't really had any kind of deep conversations. Usually in the beginning, it's quite fun. It's very surface level. No one's really getting that deep, right? That is usually the stage where men are trying to figure out, okay, do I have her? Do I have her? Because again, it's a game. It's literally a game. Do I have her now? Do I have her? Once he knows he has you, and the way he knows he has you is you're going to get emotional. They know.
Well, don't they say that women are the more emotional of the two genders? So a woman has to essentially be going against her natural way to not ever become emotional. Because if she shows some emotional vulnerabilities, then the other person knows that they got her, and now the game can step up to another level. Like this is, Squid Games or something in love. Like this is crazy.
That they have you as soon as you show emotion. Emotion is, oh, you didn't text me. Oh, like I really wanted to see you today. You never ever initiate seeing a guy. You never ever initiate seeing a guy. How many times have you initiated seeing a guy and you felt so crap afterwards? You felt so, ugh, like why did I do that? Not worth it. Not worth it, ladies. It's never worth it. It's never ever worth it. Men are not stupid. Men know if they want you, they have to go and get you. Men know if they want something, they have to go and get it.
Well, what about if they have gone to go and get it and they pass that level in the game? And heck, they're full on dating. They're full on in a committed relationship. They might be engaged. They went and got it. And then they still switch up. As she stated, men will always switch up. So even if you put those boundaries down of I'm not going to initiate seeing him, I'm gonna just play hard to get, I'm gonna do all these things. Once eventually, either this is a game for just for fun and it's not going anywhere, because once you form those attachments and like she said, you have the kids and all of that, the switch up is still gonna be inevitable. So I mean, then what's the point? I think the logical situation would be just to not engage in the game, because if you're going to get burned, why wait a year, 2 years, 5 years, a marriage, children to end up getting burned at the end? It seems better to me that that's why the birth rates and everything is plummeting, because people are tired of it. People are tired of this ridiculous game.
This is what they're taught from a very young age. If you want something, go and get it. So what do you think? That man's blind? You think that man's stupid? He doesn't know what he's doing? He knows what he's doing. Ladies, what you tolerate is what you accept. What you tolerate is what you accept. So if a man comes across a woman who has very weak boundaries and she's accepting nothing but the bare minimum, you're accepting last minute dates. You're accepting someone calling you past midnight. You're accepting someone being like, oh, I'm really sorry, I fell asleep. Oh, I'm really sorry, I was going to get you a present. If you're accepting this poor behavior at the start, oof.
Well, that's at the start, but most switch ups don't even need to happen at the start, because like she stated, in the start there's no commitment. It's just surface level, superficial. You're just chit-chatting. So I don't think that's where their emotions are really coming into play. I think this is after it's gotten quite a bit deeper, and that's when the emotions are kicking in. I wouldn't think that people are just getting emotional just off chit-chatting. I think that they're getting emotional when they start engaging with each other on a more deeper level. But let's see what the next person has to say.
Switch up after sex. You're really gonna dislike me for talking to you about this, but I know you need to hear it, but it's really embarrassing.
So he's saying another level of switch up, and that's after you two all exchange intimacy. Well, let's go. Let me know. Have you switched up on somebody after you exchange intimacy, male or woman? Have you done that? Have you waited until you got the intimacy out the way and then totally switched up, or maybe thought, oh, this is not what I want, let me just be the opposite of what I've been all this time? Please put it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts.
See, here's the thing. A lot of guys are going to deceive you in order to get what they want from you. You know what they want from you. Because they know what you want from them, they will present themselves in a way that is most desirable to you so that they can get from you what they want. It's a very messed up game, okay? Your job is to determine who is serious from who is unserious. But in all honesty, the reason he's switching up is not because things changed. It's not because he lost feelings for you. It's not because you did something. It's because he never liked you in the first place.
So that's a lot that he said there. He's saying that, it's the woman's job to know who's deceiving her and who's not. And it's not necessarily that she's done something wrong why the guy's switching up. He's switching up because he never really even liked her in the first place, and he's just trying to get what he wants out of the woman. Now, there are agencies that can't even vet the person that's actually lying, right? Lie detector tests don't even stand up in court in many courts, and a lot of bad guys get hired in positions of law enforcement and things like that that are not fit to be there, but they pass all the psychological exams, they pass all these tests, and they get hired. If the governmental agencies can't tell who's lying and who's not, how would a woman who's just dating, but he did call it a game just as the previous speaker did, how would a woman that's just dating know, and she's getting serious with a person, that they're deceiving her the whole entire time? It goes back to what I said initially. Is it even worth getting involved? Because if the whole thing is deception and that's the act, then it seems like the only way to win is not to play the game, not to even engage in the game, because you're not going to be able to vet whether it's a year down the road, 2 years down the road, or while you're married. Oh, this person has just been deceiving me because, he loved that I was independent, so he wanted to marry me. And then he wanted me no longer to be independent, so he wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom. And I became a stay-at-home mom. Or I became a stay-at-home wife. And then he switched up on me once I'm doing that. How are you going to be able to detect all that? It seems like to me it's best to just stay independent with what I'm getting. It's just best to stay totally independent, not just obviously with your finances and with your the way you're carrying yourself, but it almost seems like this is contradictory into having any serious social relationships. Because if it's going to be about intimacy, it's going to be about playing a game, you got to have all these mental armors, you got to just go above and beyond to see, is he lying, is she lying? Why engage? I mean, this sounds like it could lead to outcomes that are dangerous, and it has. It has. And I just think at some point as a society, when do we study this? When do we take a look and see what's going on? When do we acknowledge all of this craziness that's happening and start doing like PSAs for the next generation and these younger folks to understand, like he's saying, it's a game. Like the lady said, it's a game. I don't see commercials like this. I don't see it. And I don't know if parents are sitting down telling their kids so much about this, because the parents have probably been getting game themselves. So put it in the comments, please. Let me know. How do you, break this down? Do you think that all along is deception? Do you think that you have to do a better job of knowing when you're being deceived? Do you choose just to not engage in the game because you've already been deceived, not knowing you were deceived and you got hurt? Let me know. Share your thoughts, share your perspectives. Please like and comment the video. If you want to hear more of our thoughts on this, we'll be covering this topic more, because it just seems like it's a major problem in these relationships where you go in thinking it's going to be one way and then it starts switching up. And I see a lot of finger pointing going in between, well, women need to do this and men need to do that and this and that. But if it's a game, I mean, usually only one person can win in a game, or it's a draw, right? Or you stop playing the game. What ending do you recommend for these games? How have you handled it in your life? Please share your thoughts. And I do appreciate you listening, and we'll talk with you soon in the next perspective. Thank you.